Hello students, this is Kiran Kumar Kulkarni welcoming you to the virtual classroom of Innovative School. In today's module, we are going to learn about chapter number 11, India Water Resources. Water is life. No life can be imagined on the earth without water. The prosperity of any nation depends on the water which it uses in agriculture and industries. The scarcity of water is increasing due to the speed and volume it is being used by the increasing population. It is necessary to use it sparingly. Let us see the sources of water now. Rainwater, it is the main source of water on the earth. Rivers, lakes, wells, reservoirs, etc. are dependent on it. Surface water, it is found in the rivers, lakes, ponds, dams, etc. And now we have the third one, that is groundwater. The water which is absorbed by the surface and percolated below the ground is known as groundwater. It is used in irrigation and through the deep wells in cities. Let us see the water resources and their uses. Water is being used for irrigation since ancient times. About 84% of water in India is useful for irrigation. In 2nd century, the famous canal, Grand Anicut, was constructed across the river Kaveri. In 1882, the Eastern Yamuna Canal was constructed in Uttar Pradesh. There are three sources of irrigation in India. Wells, tube wells are the main medium, while canals are at second and ponds are at third place respectively. Maximum canals are developed in plain regions. There are many wells and tube wells in these plains. Pond irrigation is carried out mainly in the eastern and southern states due to the unevenness of the surface of the land. Now let us check out the multi-purpose projects. The planning to build large dams across the rivers to store water and to use the water for domestic purpose, irrigation, industries, etc. is called multi-purpose project. The other objectives of these projects are to control the floods, soil erosions, to produce hydroelectricity, wildlife protection and development of fishery, etc. The following are the important multi-purpose projects of India. Many states have been benefited immensely due to the multi-purpose projects. You can find the flowchart over here. Now let us check out the distribution of area under irrigation. The irrigated area in India has increased 4 times after independence. Irrigation is practiced in about 38% of net zone area. The distribution of irrigated fields in India is very uneven. It is only 7.3% in Mizoram and is 90.8% in Punjab. Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh and Punjab etc. are densely irrigated regions in India. Now we come to the water scarcity or water crisis in India. Water shortage is constantly intensified due to increasing demand for grains by increasing population, to grow cash crops, increasing urbanization and changing lifestyle of people. Second one, there is a severe shortage of drinking water in about 8% towns in India. 2/3 of agricultural region is still depending on rainwater. The groundwater level has gone down considerably due to more and more water is extracted through wells and tube wells. The country is facing severe water problems because some states extract groundwater in excess volume. Besides agriculture, water is used in industries. Water pollution is basically due to discharge polluted water from domestic uses and industries. The position of water supply and the inequality in the local distribution are challenges to human interest, livelihood and economic development. Now let us check out the management and conservation of water resources. The sparing use of water, construction of more reservoirs, transferring water from one river basin to another river, and attempts to raise groundwater level etc. are important remedies for water conservation. Watershed development, the area within which the total rainwater falls in a river is called the watershed or a valley region of that river. Let us check out the rainwater harvesting. Special methods to collect the rainwater and conserve it includes the construction of wells, small dams, khet talaudi or farm ponds, etc. Water is conserved through these mediums. This also raises the groundwater level. This may fulfill the requirements of domestic use and agriculture. On the page, you're going to find a few of the steps or the objectives for rainwater harvesting and how we can conserve the water bodies. Thank you very much for being the part of this classroom. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and share this channel, and do subscribe for more videos. Thank you very much.